Hi, and welcome to this Astrology Weekly on quantumhealers.com. My name is Patricia Grootjans. I'm a quantum healer and astrologer, and we're going to look at week number 25, which is all about the summer solstice. So let's take a look. All right, here is a chart for this week. And the first thing that we notice when we look at this chart is that on June 18, Mars will move into the sign of Virgo. Virgo is the energy is focused on our health, on our physical health, and Mars is our physical energy. So when Mars moves into the sign of Virgo, it is really a good time to focus on our physical health, especially on how we can influence our health by the right nutrition, but also movement, like sport activities, walking, and but not only movement and walking and sport, but also how we use our muscles and how that can affect our physical health. For example, if we hold on to stress, if we hold on to tension, this can have an effect on our digestive system, especially when Mars is in the sign of Virgo. I think this is really related to our perfectionism. So when Mars is in Virgo, it could be a good idea to look at how we deal with perfectionism in our life and to allow ourselves to make mistakes, to allow ourselves um, that everything doesn't have to be exactly perfect because we want to release stress, we want to release tension from our muscle system when Mars is into Virgo. Another thing that is happening this week, which is really important, of course, especially for those on the Northern Hemisphere, is that the sun is moving into the sign of Cancer, which means the start of the summer. It's the summer solstice that is happening on the 21st of June. Now, of course, for people on the Southern Hemisphere, this is the beginning of winter and it's the winter solstice. But I would like to focus on the summer solstice for those on the northern hemisphere because that's where I'm located right now, and I know that this is very relevant for most of us who are watching this video. What I would like to say about the summer solstice is that it is the culmination of the light. It is the moment, this time of year, where the light is at its strongest power. It's also the longest day. So it is very symbolic to our relationship with the light, because the sun is also a symbol for what other people may call God or universe. It's the life force energy. It's also the higher energy of Mars. So when the sun is moving into Cancer, it means that there's a very strong light energy. The sun is at its highest point, which means that there are a lot of codes into the light of the sun. So we can take advantage of that by being outside, by connecting with the sun. And of course, we can just enjoy the warmth of the sun. But when we are aware that the sun is also emitting light codes that we can benefit from, then I think we can use that day to increase our health and increase our spiritual health by receiving those light codes. So the summer solstice is also a portal. It's a portal where we connect with the divine light and to internalize that divine light so we can draw it within ourselves and connect it with our heart, because that is where our inner light is located. Similar to how we do that in, for example, healing modalities such as Reiki, we connect with the divine light, we draw it within through the crown, we bring it to the heart, we connect it with our internal light, our internal sun. Okay, and when we are combining these, when we are integrating these two, we are really empowering ourselves with the divine energies and also with the divine light codes. So there's a lot of opportunities in the summer solstice. So there is a reason why this is being celebrated in so many cultures. It's so important. And the summer solstice is also a turning point because it means that we are able to receive the highest power from the sun, from the light of the sun, internalize it. And from that moment on, we are starting to turn inwards. So we are drawing the light inwards. And the days are getting shorter and shorter until we reach the winter solstice. And of course, for those on the southern hemisphere, this means that the winter solstice means that this is the shortest day of the year and it's the return of the light. It means that the light will return. And no matter where we are, we know that this is a very powerful moment where we can connect with the creator light, with the creator energy, and to celebrate that energy because we are part of it. We are a reflection of that energy. Well, another thing that's happening this week, which is very much in tune with the sun moving into Cancer, is that it will be in a conjunction with Jupiter. And Jupiter, of course, is the healer. It's the inner healer. It's the one that is liberating our energy. It's also the one that is expanding our energy. So it is as if Jupiter is expanding our light codes, it's expanding our healing abilities. So this is a very powerful energy to find healing, to focus on healing, and to liberate anything that needs to be removed from our system. So this is really a cleansing energy as well this week. I would also like to mention that this week on June 24, in many cultures, this is called the Day of St. John. And it's also very much related to the summer solstice, of course. But I think what I would like to mention about the Day of St. John is that this used to be a day where people would go out at the dawn of the day to pick up herbs because it was believed that the light of the sun was bringing so much healing codes into the herbs that whenever we would harvest plants, herbs, flowers, it would have an extra potential for healing. Another thing that is happening on the day of St. John is that people used to build fires and to even walk over the fires, walk over the how do you call that, the charcoals. And I think this is also symbolic for cleansing and to remove old energy and to receive the new energy. It's a little bit like the phoenix that rises from the ashes. Whenever we are removing old energy, it offers us space for the new to be born. And I would like to mention that some believe that this is called the Day of St. John because when we look at it from the Christ consciousness perspective, it was John the Baptist who was the one who prepared the way um, for each individual to receive the Christ consciousness, to receive that light of Christ. And it was always seen as an initiation. So no matter what we believe, if it were real people or not, I personally believe that they were mentioned as initiations. So John the Baptist was actually a symbol for the initiation to clean ourselves, to cleanse ourselves, and to detox ourselves, so that we are able to receive more light and to become that light, to unite ourselves with the divine light. A lot to think about this week. A very powerful week to focus on our inner light, to focus on our heart energy, because we are the mediators between heaven and earth. And our heart is the center point where we can find that connection between heaven and earth. So a good time to connect with your light and connect with the sun go out in nature, enjoy the power of nature, and receive those light codes in your system. I think it would also be a good idea to be creative, to make a drawing or a painting, because when we are working with colors, we are also expressing that light energy. Thank you for listening and see you next week.